This is the demonstration video for Chapter 7 of Extending Art of Illusion. In this chapter we look at tracking movement, and to begin with I want to show you a video which is the end result of, of what we do in Chapter 7. So I'll play that again so that we can talk about it. Um, you'll notice that the head's moving down, follows the ball as it's moving down. The eyes are tracking the ball. Um, and of course, this is not something that you don't have the capability to do without a plug-in. Um, and that's part of the reason why I wanted to talk about it here, because um, you know you can do this, but it's actually easier to do this once you have this set up this way. And so if we close this, you'll see here we've got the scene that has us in it. Um, so we've got it set up. We've got we got at the beginning of the animation, and all I really had to do to get this to work was to animate one object, and that's this target object, and so it's the only one that's animated, or at least with the keyframes. So if we move this object around the screen, you'll notice that the head moves with it. It's you know, the head itself doesn't move it that much. It's actually locked to one axis. Of course, so if we turn it on textured display here, you can see that a little bit more clearly that the eyes are moving to follow the ball as it moves around the screen. And so it's fairly easy to have something like this set up where if you to actually create an animation that does pretty much what you want it to do without having to go and move all the various parts of the character in this case. And you could do it with several different things. Um, and so this other scene that I have set up here, I haven't finished it yet. I wanted to finish it in the video. Um, and basically, I've got a cylinder set up here that's intended to be pointed at something. I've set this target over here. That right now, if you move this target around the scene, nothing happens. It just, of course, it changes where it is, but the cylinder doesn't change. And so we have this target, this tracking object, um, and to set it up, we just click where we want the center of the object to be, and so it places it there. It it has an arrow on it, which you can't see right now because it's covered up by the cylinder, but it points up. So when you click it, it'll be pointed up in that direction, which conveniently the cylinder matches that. Um, looks like it's slightly off center. I'll move it just a hair. Um, and then for the cylinder to work with us, we want the cylinder to be a child of the tracker. So we move it down under the tracker, making it a child of the tracker. And then we have to tell the tracker what it needs to point at. So We'll go over to the object menu where we've added a track object menu item, and we'll select that. Right now it's set to no object, um, and you have the option of setting the axis for it to track with. We'll leave them as they are. Um, and so we want to have it track our target. So we'll select the target, click OK. Um, Now when we move the target around the scene, you'll notice that the cylinder is is tracking with the target. As far as creating an animation, now all you have to do um, is so we want to keyframe the target. We have the target selected, so we'll keyframe the target on the first point frame here. We'll go over a few seconds, say 4 seconds over here, and we'll move this target around the scene in different locations than it was before, and it doesn't really matter where it is for this, but um, and so we'll keyframe that one as well. And now when the animation plays, we get the same result as we did when we were moving around the scene. And this is done because we have we have a thread running in the background that is tracking the target. It updates the cylinder and to match the target, and so that the tracker's updated by that thread, and so I'll update the cylinder or whatever objects are part of that. And of course, all of the code is explained in Chapter 7 of Extending Art of Illusion.